Well, hello there everyone. Today's scary story comes from a listener who sent this in through our app. Let's begin. I never believed in spirits. I'm a teacher. I'm grounded in logic and routine. My wife Samira often teased me about my skepticism, especially since we had moved back to our ancestral village near the edge of the Kareen Valley, a remote, wind-beaten place whispered about in her childhood. It was peaceful at first. Our daughter, Nur, was only 4, bright and playful. She'll spend her mornings chasing goats in the dusty courtyard and her evenings playing with pebbles in her room. But one morning as I passed by her door, I heard her whispering 1, 2, 3, 4. I paused. We hadn't taught her to count yet. I stepped in. Nur, I said softly, "Where did you learn to count?" She smiled, a little too wide. "The lady taught me. She comes from under the floor when you and Mama sleep." I stared at her, the blood in my chest chilling. "There's no Lady Habibti," I replied, forcing a smile. "You must have dreamed it." She giggled. "She has long fingers. She plays with my hair." I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I searched her room, under the bed, inside the closet, behind the curtains. Nothing. The floor was made of old cedar planks, some cracked and hollow sounding, but nothing unusual. That evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Samira told me the villagers used to seal off parts of this house. There were stories, she said reluctantly, about a woman who went mad here. She lost her baby. They said her spirit never left. I snapped. "You should have told me this before we moved in." Samira looked down. I didn't believe it, until now. That night, Nur refused to sleep in her room. She curled between us and whimpered until she drifted off. Around 2 a.m. I woke to the sound of faint humming, a lullaby, not in Samira's voice. It came from Nur's room. I crept to the doorway and saw it. Her tiny hands were raised, as if grasping at something invisible in the dark. Her lips moved 5, 6, 7, and in the corner of the room near the wall something shifted. A shadow, too tall, too thin. I blinked and it was gone. I ran to her, scooped her up, and didn't put her down until the sun came up. We contacted an old sheik from a neighboring village. He listened to our story, nodding solemnly. Then he walked around the house, muttering prayers. In Nur's room he paused. "This house has something old in it," he said. "Something broken." He told us of a woman named Layla who lived here decades ago. She was barren for years, and when she finally bore a child, it died within days. Grief consumed her. She was seen talking to the empty crib, singing lullabies into the night. And then one day, she disappeared. Only a stain remained in the room, a black mark on the floorboards that no scrubbing could erase. He pointed to the spot under Nur's rug, the same spot where she had been sitting when she counted. He burned incense and chanted for hours. Nur seemed calmer afterward. For a while, everything was quiet. Until a week later, we were packing to leave, permanently. I walked into Nur's room to grab her favorite doll. The rug had been pushed aside. The black stain was back, wider than before. Suddenly I heard her behind me. "Baba," I turned. "Yes, Habibti." She looked confused. "The lady said she's sad because you're taking me away." My skin prickled. "What lady?" "Nur." She pointed to the corner of the room. She said, "I'm her little girl now." My heart stopped. "No, you're not. You're my little girl." Nur blinked, then whispered, "She says you can't count like I can." Then slowly, she began again. 1, 2, 3. The door slammed shut behind me. The lights flickered, and I swear to God I heard a second voice counting with her. 4, 5, 6. I pounded on the door, screamed for Samira. The window shattered. I turned to see, and in the broken reflection of the mirror, a woman stood behind Nur, her eyes black as night, her fingers impossibly long, brushing my daughter's hair lovingly. We fled the next day. We burned the rug. We sold the house for nothing, moved back to the city. But the counting never stopped. Nur does it in her sleep now, always in pairs. Her voice. And another ending line. Sometimes, late at night, I stand by her bedroom door, and I hear them both counting in perfect harmony. And I wonder, who taught my daughter to count? That was a scary story from a listener. If you like this story, then be sure to check out more stories like it right here on this channel. Also, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an upload. And if you want even more scary stories, then check out our podcast where we upload new episodes every week. Thanks for listening. Stay scared.